Hey everybody, Peter here, Viper Futures. Happy Labor Day weekend. I changed the office scene out a little bit. This video is called Survival Tips for Trading. Just a random kind of a chat. Things that most of you probably already know. Maybe some of the newer folks don't, and you'll find this video helpful one day. Or just simply just to hear it from us, from our channel. Um, you know, there was an inspiration during the week that a couple of things that inspired me to maybe sit down and make this video this weekend. One was, it was a tough trading week personally for me as far as my intraday trading. And then followed by a comment that was put on our channel. And I normally don't care what anybody says, does, unless they're my direct family or friends. That's who I really care that says anything. The public says is the public's opinion. It could be a 5-year-old kid sitting somewhere at the side of a mansion's pool that's just texting whatever they want on someone. But so I don't care. But sometimes I feel that there's reasons to comment or make a video because there's maybe somebody's addressing their pain. And I get those because we go through that as professional traders, almost usually a 10-year pain cycle of learning. So quickly first, obviously, number one survival tip, you have a consistent process every day. Whatever your structured trade is, have a structured trade, have 2 or 3 different kind of structured trades, and have a structured process on you. When you wake up, all the way down, some people ain't doing this, and so I want to talk about it because I've been meeting a lot of people. I know a lot of people's habits. When you get up, like out of your bed, brush your teeth and make your bed, and if you have to have a cigarette in your whatever coffee, or if you don't drink coffee because it ruins your trading and gets you too boosted, whatever you have to do, take a shit before you trade. Do the process, take your time, give yourself enough time. So that process too is your personal process, ground yourself where you are. I've done it a lot too, and I'm just coming in sometime randomly hungover 5 minutes before market open, thinking you're just gonna figure out everything in a market prep against some of the most smartest people in the world. So have that process consistent. Survival tip: you don't do this for one day, or you skip it like you miss a economical event, or you rely on a group to mention it and they didn't, and then you're in this trade when things bounce around, and it's happened to me. You miss that one little step in that process, you can end up costing yourself a day or 2 days worth of work. Maybe if you're a scalper, right? Things like this. So that process has to be like consistently done with your trading as well. Over leverage. Okay. I see a lot of people still over leveraging, including, I know I did it myself for 2 to 3 years. I was taking advantage of all these prop firm stuff, tucking away sim trading, disrespecting it like it was nothing, and started practicing my process on these like prop firm accounts, which we have some paid prop firm accounts. We have some we're still playing with, but I see people blowing them out because I think the cost of entry on them is so cheap. It becomes more of a gamble versus might as well just stay on sim kind of a thing. So, and using a lot of over leverage is a problem. The markets in the futures and commodities are over leveraged. If you understand the notional values and all this, that's why one contract in NASDAQ moves very quick on you as soon as you get in, right? So doubling down or doing these kind of chandelier trading styles, unless you have a structured process and you know how to gain an RR, those kind of stuff over the long term could hurt you. It's going to take one time and it could hurt you. So another thing I notice is people are trading with less experience are trading minis in these prop firm accounts. You should be on micros because also it'll allow you to have fun. People are letting trading destroy their life. And so, a lot of it has to do with one of these. So survival tip, if you want some happiness back in the game and having fun doing this, step down to maybe some micros until your structured trades become more consistent, and then the cost basis of micro is not efficient anymore, so that you have to consider switching to mini. Okay, so definitely over leverage. Another thing I'm seeing, survival tip: look, don't blame others. Learn how to take self-accountability. Understand that yes, markets are different from 10 years ago, markets are different from 20 years ago, but those things are relative to somebody else trying to be successful too. You can't call it manipulation. When you have a market now that has automated market makers, not just HFT, high frequency trading, you have market makers that are automated and stuff like this. When you have co-located servers in Chicago that actually do have maybe a 1/10 of a second of leverage over you. Some depending, and this is mostly for scalpers because a lot of people intraday are scalping, including myself. Understand that you have things against you already. Just don't blame the process as a reason to make you feel better when you failed. When you have a shitty day or trade or whatever, by the way, you can bounce back out of those. Again, don't get myopic. We'll talk about that. And then, but just not blaming others, because what will happen is you will make that the reason why you are going to be subconsciously failing and doing stupid things like over leveraging and all that. You're going to do all those, and then you're just going to say, well, it's this person's fault or whatever. So definitely don't blame other people, okay, other things or the higher entities or the market gods above. It's just not going to work. You're not doing yourself anything anyway, regardless if that's true or not, which it most likely is. Try to find a way to work with that. Maybe have a mindset of them. Well, okay, how do they think? How does a retail trader think? So think how they think, and then think what you would not do, what they would be doing. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Live within your means. Here's a great example again coming from me. I used to have a 100+K career before I toned it down and came full time to this business. I was always swing trading. I was swing trading spreads, commodities, futures, and I wanted to get in the intraday game full time. I realized that from the time I started 10 years ago with the career, it was a big interference. So, and what do I mean by that is it's difficult enough to try to master something that can pay you like 6 to 7 digits a year. Okay. Therefore, it takes a lot of time, and that learning curve takes years, like you're in college. So to do that plus a career that's paying you $100,000 a year plus, do you think that career didn't come with stresses? It was like just some easy peasy $100,000 a year career? It wasn't. It came with a lot of time consumption, no time for family, a lot of this bickery corporate, like why are you 5 minutes late and all this crap, and meetings when you don't feel like having a meeting to hear some corny crap. And the thing is sometime you got to come down from that salary and adjust. There's a couple of things you can do. I mean, look, I live in a home that has a small balance. My wife makes a decent income. I had to lower my income under her scale to focus on this business years ago. And the thing is I don't have what a lot of these other guys have. I got friends that have the best Highline cars, motorcycles, all this crap. We have a paid off car. We have another car. It's a small Mazda hatchback. It's on finance. My motorcycle's paid off. We pay things off so there's no pressure. You can't have pressure when you're trying to do this business because the fact of, and I'm not saying lower your standards on your life, because, we go to worldwide vacations every year. We're saving towards building another home in Europe. We're doing things. But in that if you're in your daily life, do you need to have 5 motorcycles? Do you need to have an extra sports car that has a $1,400 lease payment on it? When you're in this state, identify where you are and see if maybe it's something you can sacrifice for a while. I mean, because it's subconsciously, when you have this debt and you're in a learning curve for trading, I know professional 7-figure year earners I've spoken to at least. And they don't even, they're living in a home like mine, 1,500 square foot home, little hatchback car, nothing fancy, no Porsche, no freaking, helicopter in the backyard. It's just, some of that Instagram stuff you guys got to put behind you. Focus on the career. And that's going to go into the next thing about not comparing to others. Don't look at what others are doing. There's a lot of guys on the internet that are showing $9,000, $10,000, boom, they're scalping it in a day, and it's like 5 seconds. They're over leveraged in my opinion, but they're consistent at their strategy. Don't compare yourself to their strategy, okay? Don't compare yourself to what they're earning. There is a lot of people that'll give you FOMO when you're in these trade groups that'll say, one and done for the day. Now they're starting to put it as an acronym, done for the day, done for the DFTD. It's like they can't even just type anymore. It's just done for the day. And then you're FOMOing, chasing this group that you're in. You don't even know if they're full of shit. And and it ends up costing you a whole day because you just got FOMO'd by somebody that said done for the day. So you got to focus on yourself. I understand the value of trade groups. I work for one 3 hours a day. I get paid by them and I get an incentivized from them for the software. But, following them every second and then they get in these little bickery arguments and stuff. And then you get involved in it when you just missed a trade. You got to focus on your trades. And so don't compare yourself to other people's results. Okay? Especially their comments. And getting back to that myopic, I did it yesterday. I was having some trouble on my bias. And so what I did was after two losses on my PA account, I actually just put on another account that I have at another evaluation company. They have a daily stop loss limit. So until I got out of that and the afternoon kicked in, that's when I turned back on my PA account and I put it back in a positive territory. But what really happened, I had to step away for a bit and think about, I should have not even turned on the other evaluation account. At that moment, I got myopic. And just didn't step back and let the market start forming more information. Because based on my structured trade, it should have again been a kick-ass day yesterday. Yeah, hindsight. But the market did give that opportunity once, twice, possible 3 times, but I would have been stopped on that one. And I believe I just did a break even. But yeah. And it worked out. I mean, still left the week a little bruised, but so anyway, making myself again an example is don't let yourself get in that tunnel vision. Have something that when you're getting triggered, step up and leave. It doesn't hurt to step up and leave. On Wednesday, I took my wife over to a mechanic. She likes for me to drive her. She doesn't like taking Uber. She wants me to take her and pick her up, and I don't mind. It helps me. I was having a tough day, starting our first day of this sideways mean reverting day on equities. Stepped away, took her back, took her where I needed to go, came back, and it gave me time to clear my head, drive around town, put on some music, AC, to refresh my mind, and then come back and fix the day. You don't have to have this instant, I need it right now moments, guys. The market's trading all day. Take it easy. Okay, and the market's going to trade the next day too, and the next day. So really, really be able to know when you're getting you self accountability, unfortunately, in this business, because we're not working in a group where somebody says, hey, I need you to go take a walk. So have something, have a trigger, have an alarm, and just say, you know what, I'm being stupid. I'm about to bounce, get a fresh air, come right back. Anyway, another survival tip, make sure if you don't have this, I was fortunate that at least I did from the beginning, and I still do. I have family support. It's very tough, I bet, on people that don't have family support. They get burned out of this stuff. They've done it maybe before them. They say this crap don't work. You're ruining the family. And people have destroyed families with this business. Make sure your family understands that you're not out here to hurt them, and prove that over time. Prove it. You're not wiping out the bank accounts and stuff. Or just buying a bunch of prop firm accounts because they're cheap or on sale. Make a firm announcement. Sit down with your family and let them know that you need their support. That in return you're going to perform. Have some accountability on that. Have a responsibility due to them. Okay, now subconsciously they've agreed to support you or something, but don't hide. There's people that are hiding from family because they're harming them. And so they're afraid, and then they're afraid to vent, and they're afraid to do this because they're hiding from their own family. Their family's getting sick of their shit. So you gotta be having family support. Maybe some friend support, most of the time family. Let them accept your goals and your task. And what happens is over time, when they gave you that room, it's gonna free you to be responsible enough that now you have this duty, then you can go and be rewarded with telling them good news about your consistency. So you definitely need some family support. Some people have it good out there. They're the leader of their pack. They got tons of money. Their spouse is not in any of their business. They leave them alone. But for most guys out there I deal with in the retail public world, you guys are hurting. And you need to have family support on that. And it'll change your game because you don't have to hide it from them. This is not gambling. This is a business. Okay. Let them know, you know, that. That's about it, guys. With that said, you know, there was a comment made from somebody that, you know, that us vendors were all sitting on a pedestal or some shit like that. And look, we're all going through the same damn pain. This channel's been around for years. I turned this channel on for my mentor originally. He decided he's going to fully retire and get out of the public eye. The thing is we put these things up out of passion. We share things. We're not here every damn day. We you know, show things that could maybe help you, maybe offer some tools, affiliate links to stuff that we believe in, that we use ourselves in our own daily trading life. Okay? Trading makes more money for us than any of this stuff. I mean, hell, I think YouTube up till date's paid us like $100. It's hard to make a living off of this stuff, and then not be focused on your trading. So I think that this is all just somebody that's hurt because they've been burned. And again, look, somebody made a comment like that about that they, you know, got ripped off by a school. I've spent over $30,000, and more than half of that was on credit cards when I was before I had a $100,000 a year career. When I first started my trading journey 10 years ago, and went through all the some of the con style people online that I never saw their face. Forex traders, oh, you're going to make a lot of money with options. You know, some random guy out in the Mediterranean Sea selling me a course. A lot of the order flow stuff, you know, $2,500 here, $5,000 there. Online trading schools, and probably easily $30,000 tuition I've paid. Okay, I've paid more tuition than money I've lost in the market because I always would rather learn. Now, that also can work against you. It's not a perfect business, so you can't make it perfect. Maybe let's add that as a survival tip. It's not a perfect business. Stop trying to perfect it. More like try to be more permanent in your process. Okay, again, try to be permanent, not perfection. So permanence versus perfection. Be permanent about something. Okay, and what will happen is over time you'll be like, oh shoot, I've been doing consistent. I'm doing consistent, but I'm doing structured trade. I come in on my process. I don't listen to other people's bullshit. I'm not over leveraging. Sometimes I am because my structured trade process is good, so my confidence is kicking in. You know, I have support from my family. When I get my OPIC, I back the fuck out. Okay, so DFQ, dude. Don't fucking quit. Okay, don't blame others. Hang in there. You got this shit. It's just, you know, the same goes to us. The guys that are putting our faces on the front line of this business, coming out here on the internet, because maybe we have more passion than you. Okay, but it's not because we're sitting here ripping people's money and taking people's money and shit like that. That's just like, that's the most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard. The cost basis to run just the operation, we're inverse as far as what we make with our online presence versus what we're putting out, you know? And so it's kind of like a donation, in my opinion. But to me, it's passion. So that's all it is. Anyway, in the next video segment here for Labor Day series, I'm going to make a video on our spreads. For those that want to follow up and watch, I also expect and appreciate if you guys put up a thumb on this video if you watch it. Thumbs right away, guys, because you know what? We're putting in the work. We're hardly getting any peanuts or nickels anyway for this stuff. Put up a thumb. And I'm going to talk about some spreads, and we'll go over some seasonality spreads and things like that in the next video. So just follow up for the weekend. Make sure you share this in your social media groups and stuff. Share it with friends that need the information, that need the support, that need the help. You'd be surprised how much more times we've spent time doing massive emailing back and forth and coaching, counseling people. We never asked for anything for that. So it's just dedication. You know, we help people. At the end of the day, it makes us feel better and improves us too. So that's something we kind of get out of that. If you want to feel like we're getting something out of that, that's worth more than money. Okay, it's growth through sharing. Okay. So that's about it, guys. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Remember, don't fucking quit. Keep at it. Follow your processes, and hopefully this video helps one person. If it helps one person, that's all we care about. But let's get like 1,000 likes. How about that? All right, guys. Take care.